Wife is having a supposed emotional affair with a 63-year-old, she is 35. Okay, there is so much to this that it is going to sound a little crazy, just bear with me. Wife and I have been married 10 years, we have 3 beautiful children, 6 and 2 3 years, yes twins. We moved all the way across country for her job. She is a head of a pretty significant non-profit organization that I'm sure most people have heard of. Sorry, but I am not going to give any information out that will jeopardize her. Her job means a ton to her, and if she lost it then the kids would be affected as well. When we moved out here our son was only a year old. I am a computer programmer, so finding a job is not that difficult. So we move all the way across the country, no friends, no family, just the 3 of us, and we settle in. When our son is around 2 she wants to have another child. I let her know that I was content with just us 3, however I wanted to make her happy, so I took the plunge. Little did we know we would have twins. I mean, the probability of having twins naturally is like 1%. Well, we had twins, 2 beautiful identical girls. Now you can imagine the stress of raising 2 babies and a toddler at the same time with no help, so we go ahead and get a nanny. Not a live-in, just someone who comes by every day and takes care of the girls and help around the house. The wife works a lot and I have a full-time gig as well. Financially we could afford it and also save money. So things are going along just fine. Well, at least I thought things were going along just fine. The day before Mother's Day this year, 2011, we go out and come back home and we are sitting on the back patio drinking some wine. She looks over to me and tells me she is falling for another man, not just any other man but a pretty prominent man who is 63 years old. My wife is 35. Needless to say I flip out, I lose my cool and start yelling at her. I told her she needs to make up her mind and figure out what she wants. She tells me she wants to stay together, and so I am like, okay, end it with him and we will go to a marriage counselor. She says she cannot end it with him as he is a major donor to her organization. So we start going to marriage counseling and things start to get better. Then one night she comes in late from work, pretty normal for her. I ask where she was and she tells me she was out having dinner with some donors, again really normal for her, so I think nothing of it. The next night her and I go out. We go out once a week as it is good for the marriage. Well, I thought it was good for the marriage. We are out and she tells me that the night before she was not honest and she was having dinner with the 63-year-old to let him know that it is over. I again lose it, not so much that she is seeing him but more that she is lying and hiding things from me. I cannot understand why she continues to do it. So now I have no trust in her at all, so I start to monitor emails and such. I feel bad about it but I cannot trust her. Once she finds out that I am monitoring her she completely loses it and shuts me out emotionally. I see emails going back and forth between her and him and these are not your typical friendly emails. I confront her about it and she tells me that I am misreading the emails. I threaten divorce and it seems that every time I threaten divorce she caves in and agrees to stop talking to him. A couple days go by and then they start communicating again, rinse and repeat. This goes on for almost 2 months and we drift farther and farther apart. Now fast forward to last weekend, we go out and she tells me that the last 3 months everything I thought was true and she has been lying about the depth of her relationship with the 63-year-old man. She swears up and down that nothing psychical ever happened, that it was just emotional. Honestly, I do not believe her. She even tells me that she was not honest in therapy, so once again I lose it. We come home and I go apeshit. I call her every name in the book. I really was mean. I lost my temper, I lost my cool. I have never been that verbally abusive to anyone in my entire life and I feel horrible for it. She asked me to move out the next day. So here we sit, I am moving out on Thursday, she still communicates with this guy, so I think my only action is to get a divorce. Getting a divorce makes me feel like a failure. I honestly think she is going through some sort of midlife crisis. Her best friend, her parents, brother are all telling her she is making a huge mistake. I feel like a doormat. She knows that I love her more than anything and that anytime she can snap her fingers and I would take her back. I do not want to break my family up, my kids are so small, it pains me more than anything to have to tell them tonight that dad is moving out. My son and I are very close, he is going to be devastated. Do you think there is any chance we can work it out? Do you think they have had sex? Update 1 in major breakthrough. I was supposed to move out on Thursday and we were gonna tell the kids tonight. She has agreed to counseling for 30 days. Before we make the decision, there is hope. Update 2. Well, it was not a major breakthrough, she only wanted to go to counseling so we can remain civil. She wants a divorce. I am filing on Friday. Thanks for listening and I appreciate your thoughts and kind words. Update 3. I moved out and I am now living in a 3-bedroom apartment. Sucks ass. I did file, have a waiting period before it is complete, then I can start to look for a new house to purchase. She and Grandpa are dating. I am still in shock that the person I thought I knew for the last 15 years is doing this. I thought better of her. Oh well, I have to move on. Just waiting for the wounds to heal, trying to do the correct things, exercise, new project, etc. I will say I have been drinking a little more than normal, but nothing crazy. Update 4. Well, we are divorced. It was finalized a little over a month ago, and on Saturday I receive an email from my ex informing me that her and Grandpa have been going to a family therapist and she is going to introduce him to the kids. I personally do not care what she does, however I think it is a bad idea for her to introduce him to the kids. There is nothing I can do. It just sucks.